Hey gang, Ron Robertson here. I want to show you something different. I'm going to show you my warm-up routine that I do all the time. And afterwards I'll break it down for you. And that's it. Now there's reasons I do each of those patterns and scales, and I'm going to explain it to you. Now, if you're a beginner with the scales or a novice, like I did when I was young, you need to do those scales up and down the neck. I just stick an A, but I've been at it a while. Now, again, we're not looking for perfection here. So if there's a mistake, who cares? We're just warming up the fingers. This is for the beginning. Now, the first scale is just your major scale. We're not going to use any fancy words here. We're just going to call it the major scale. So it's now, two reasons why you do the major scale. You could use it for soloing. First off, on the way down, I'm downstroking. On the way back, I alternate the stroke. Now, I slowed it down there for you. All right, so this gets your right hand working as well. You can't just work on your left hand. The other thing is, it's your Nashville number system, your number system. Root, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. If someone says it's in the key of G, 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. All right, key of A, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5. That's your basic blues, 1, 4, 5. All right, most songs are going to use the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. That's where you're mostly going to be, is in those 5 chords. And you need to know that. Now, the next up is another major scale, and I just use it to stretch my fingers a little bit because it's a little bit awkward. Again, alternating on the way down. I don't solo with that scale. I just do it because it's good for me. Now, your minor pentatonic. Now, I switched the second note. First time I went. Last when I came down, I went. You know, it's the same note. It's just a good habit to have. Again, alternating on the way down. Minor pentatonic, you're going to solo in that all the time. That's the one you're going to learn with. Now the next one, now I'm sliding a little bit. I'm only hitting the first note. This is passing notes. Passing notes for your minor pentatonic. There are times I've been stuck in a song. I'm going, oh, how am I going to end this? And I've done it. Back to the root. Always back to the root. Now we're going to get a little bit trickier. The next thing I showed you on my warm-up is in G again. It's a banjo roll. Why do we do banjo rolls? Pull-ons, pull-offs, and hammer-ons. Pull-offs and hammer-ons. So when you hammer on, you hammer your finger onto the hammer it on. When you pull off, you grab it and you pull it off. So it's I know there's a little bit going on there. You'll have to go back and listen to it. I don't want this to be a long video. The next is just your standard bluegrass runs and open chords. Now that last part, I like to add that in there. It's good practice for you. But and also this. You've heard that before. And I did a whole video on the very last run I do, and it's to help out with the cage system. And knowing where you are on the neck. This is for your brain more than anything else, but we're just doubling, so it's the G and the B. Again. And I use parts of that licks whenever I'm playing an open G. Country rock, especially, stuff like that, folk. It's to get you from the nut up to the 12th fret and not just jumping up. You transition up. And it's a really cool lick, and you use parts of it different ways. All right, that's it. I don't want it to be complicated. There's a lot to learn there. If you want to learn one of those patterns, you'll have to go back and listen. Anyways, it's Ron Robertson, singer-songwriter, guitar player. I hope this helps you out. Like, subscribe. And all I can say is it's been snowy. And if you're a kid or you're off school or work, put the time in on the guitar. It's worth it. And you should always limber up your fingers and your right hand, both hands, and your brain before you start playing. All right? If you can't be anything else, folks, at least be kind.